Ding! Ugh! Oh, look out! And Chris Andrews with a quick gore right to the monster. And the slobber knocker. Knockout. And here comes the Dragon Warrior. And Chris Andrews with the big boot right away. And there's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Danny Jones. And Chris Andrews with the gore again. Knockout. And here comes Albert Jones. And Chris Andrews gives him a big boot as well. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Taz. And there's a gore by Chris Andrews to Taz. And there's a cover. 1, 2. And Taz kicks out at 2. And there's another gore. Knockout. And here comes Seth Rollins. And now Chris Andrews gives him a big boot as well. And there's a cover by Andrews. 1, 2, 3. And here comes The Rock. And Chris Andrews gives the gore right to The Rock. And there's a cover by Chris Andrews. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Lance Cade. And Lance Cade gets hit with a big boot hard. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Mick Foley. And Chris Andrews with the gore on Mick Foley. Knockout. And here comes Valentine. And another big boot connects. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Triple H. And Chris Andrews right away with the gore on Triple H. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Shawn Michaels. And Chris Andrews immediately with the big boot. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Billy Gunn. And there's a gore to Billy Gunn. Knockout. And here comes Tajiri. And Chris Andrews with a big boot on Tajiri. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Jerry Lynn. And Jerry Lynn gets a gore by Chris Andrews. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. Wait a minute here. Oh my God, Chris Andrews. The stunner on Stone Cold himself. The stunner. And there's a cover. 1, 2. And Steve Austin kicked out at 2. And Chris Andrews takes Stone Cold down with a gore. Knockout. And here comes Mr. Bones. And there's the big boot on Mr. Bones. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes the Extreme Superstar. And there's the gore by Chris Andrews right to the Extreme Superstar. And there's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes John Cena. And there's another gore to John Cena. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Chris Jericho. And he drills Jericho with the big boot. And there's a cover by Chris Andrews. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Chris Benoit. And Chris Andrews drills Benoit with the gore. And there's a cover by Chris Andrews. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Edge. And there's the big boot right in Edge's face by Chris Andrews. And there's the cover. 1, 2. And Edge kicks out at 2. And another big boot right to Edge. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Rikishi. And Chris Andrews takes the big man down with a gore. And there's a cover. 1. And Rikishi kicks out of a 1 count. And another gore connects. Knockout. And here comes Prince Albert. And there's a big boot by Chris Andrews. Taking down Prince Albert. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Scott Hall. And Chris Andrews immediately takes him down with a gore. Knockout. And here comes Elias. And Chris Andrews with the big boot on Elias. And there's a cover. 1, 2. And Elias kicks out at 2. And Chris Andrews delivers another big boot. Knockout. And here comes Mr. Perfect. And there's a gore on Mr. Perfect by Chris Andrews. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Wild Bill. And Chris Andrews right away with the big boot on Wild Bill. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Stardust. And there's a big boot again on Stardust. And there's a cover. 1, 2. And Stardust kicks out at 2. And there's the gore. Knockout. And here comes Steve Corino. And there's a big boot right in Corino's face. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Sheamus. And the gore right to Sheamus. And there's a cover. 1, 2. And Sheamus kicked out at 2. And another gore connects. Knockout. And here comes Kurgan. Wait a minute, Chris Andrews. Big boot on Kurgan. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes Adam Thompson. And there's a gore on Adam Thompson. The gore by Chris Andrews. And there's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And here comes CM Punk. Chris Andrews trying to go for the big boot. CM Punk ducked it. CM Punk. And there's the GTS. And that's a knockout. Ding, ding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Here's your winner, and he has the score of 33 points in the Slobber Knocker, Chris Andrews. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe me in the 43rd episode of the Custom Wrestling Showdown. And have a good day, guys.